Yeah, welcome to the new Dad Rock.
Oh, yeah.
We are here
With a special guest.
So yes, Keith, remember, was it the last episode or a couple weeks ago, I was telling you about the CD that I made for Mika when she was 5. So obviously I started like brainwashing these kids early. I'm like, you have to listen to cool music. You have to listen to like all this weird, like eclectic stuff. So you're going to be like the 7-year-old with like better taste than 30-year-old rock writers.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, anyway, that was my goal.
And did it work?
It definitely didn't work with Mika. And actually tonight I have a special guest, Sadie.
Woo! Hello, Sadie.
Hi.
Welcome to the new Dad Rock.
Welcome to the new Dad Rock.
How old is Sadie?
Yeah, so Sadie is 14. Okay. What grade are you in?
9th.
9th grade. So she is frosh.
Wait, hold on. 9th grade, 14, Jasper's 10th, and 5th grade. 10 years old in 5th grade. All right, cool. Hey, before we go deep on 1D, I have a couple questions.
Okay.
How do you listen to music now? Like how and when? Like, what are you using?
I listen on Apple Music, and I listen whenever, like when I'm doing homework or painting.
All right, and how do you find new music?
I don't really know. I mostly just listen to One Direction or their solo music.
That's all you listen to?
Pretty much.
That's amazing. Okay, I had no idea before this episode that was like, okay, wow.
We brought Sadie in this week, and she's been telling me about how One Direction has come back into favor because of the whole lockdown, the whole COVID thing. What's going on with that, Sadie?
Well, since they ended in 2015, they've still had, like, a following, but since quarantine started, a lot of people started listening to them, like, including me and 2 of my friends.
Like, you started listening to them again. Didn't you listen to them when they were first out?
Of course.
I was a fan in 2012 and 13, then I just kind of, like, drifted from it, but I think a lot of people came back recently.
So in 2012 and 13, is that what you said? So how old are you then?
I was 6 and 7.
Right.
Interesting. Oh my God, that's crazy. Steve, you don't know the background of 1D, do you?
I don't.
They come out of the X Factor, the whole Simon Cowell. He took him out.
McCowell?
Yeah, dude.
Simon McCowell.
Isn't he the guy who played the ape in Planet of the Apes? Simon McCowell? Simon McDowell? Anyway. Yeah, so check this out, dude. On the 7th series of the British televised singing competition, the X Factor, each of the candidates tried out, like, auditioned as a solo candidate. So there's 5 of them, right? You know, Niall, Zane, Liam, Harry, Louis, right? And they all failed to progress.
What's his name?
Louis?
Louis.
Okay.
Louis.
Yeah, Louis!
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
They all auditioned...
Good.
They all auditioned separately. Liam originally auditioned 2 years before and made it to the judges' house. Mm-hmm. And Louis auditioned the year before but didn't even make it in front of the judges. And then they all auditioned as solo artists and got put together in a band.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that crazy? And they qualified for the groups category.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they were like, the group of them were counted as one contestant.
Yeah, Cal says it took them like 10 minutes to put together as a group. So they spent 2 weeks together.
Already,
go ahead.
They, kind of knew each other just from being in the competition, but they got really close after being put in a band.
Who came up with the name?
Harry. They had, a lot of name ideas. Harry suggested One Direction, and they kept coming back to that one and eventually went with that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So who is this Harry? Slow down. I listen to Dad Rock and New Dad Rock. I don't think One Direction is either of those. Maybe they're they're not, I guess they're Kid Rock, or maybe they're Dad Rock 2040.
No, it's more like if you had, that might be Dad Rock 2040, but it's also if you have 3 girls, it's probably good to listen to the music they're listening to. Just saying.
Well, Louis is the oldest.
What? His name's just Louis? Do they all just go by first names? They're
Louis William Tomlinson.
Whoa.
Happy?
TMI.
Or originally Louis Troy Austin, but he changed his name when his mom married Mark Tomlinson when he was very little.
Okay, this is getting scary. Wow. I took notes, I studied, and she's putting in where the period is. Like, she's adding sentences between the sentences. I know.
We don't even have a notebook. We have no computer. We have literally, we have nothing here.
No, I 100% believe you.
Set of headphones.
No, I mean like a 4-page document because I was really excited to okay, hold on. Before we go any further, tell me who Perfect was about.
Well, Harry and Louis wrote it together. There's a theory among fans that they've had a secret relationship from 2010 to still now. So some people think it's about each other. We don't really know.
Wait, who's each other in this? Harry and who?
Louis and Harry.
No way! I'm sorry, that's not the notes I have on this.
You didn't know about Orville Pac-Man.
You got to get a little more into the fandom, more than just Google.
Okay, that's cool. Did Harry date a American country singer?
He did date Taylor Swift for like 2 months in 2012 and 2013, but that's suspected to be PR.
Wow. Okay, and the internet.
Yeah.
Tell me your least favorite. Wait, I'm sorry. How many proper songs does One Direction have?
About 90, and then they did a few covers.
Oh my God, I'll accept that. It's 91. Apparently, I guess they're using, I'm not sure what the credits are, but I looked for the top songs ranked, and they always list all of them. And they all start at 91. I assume it's from like the 4 albums or whatever.
But 5 albums.
Yes. Sorry. My bad. Just, here, tell me this. What's your least favorite song?
My least favorite? I'm bad at choosing just one.
That's fair. You can list a couple.
Stand Up,
Okay.
Another World, or Gotta Be You.
Were these singles?
Gotta Be You was. The other 2 are just from the same album.
What album are
Yeah,
they
she
from?
hates the song.
Up All Night. Their first album.
Their first album. So their first album is your least favorite?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And did they write the music on their first album?
They wrote on like 2 or 3 songs. They didn't really start writing until Midnight Memories, the 3rd album.
Oh, wait. Nelson.
So the first 2 were like producers.
Well,
Yeah.
so she'll tell you this, but I'm just going to tell you. One of them's a guitarist. So which one's the guitarist?
None of them played on stage, but Niall can play guitar.
Oh, okay. I saw pictures where he's playing guitar, and they said, and just as a guitarist myself, I think the guitarist would maybe write more songs just because they're playing guitar and humming along.
Niall did not write the most songs. Louis did.
Wow.
And does he play an instrument?
No, he does not. He plays the piano a little bit, actually.
Okay. He played it more than a little if you're writing songs. That's all I'm saying. What's your favorite song? Wait, a couple, 3.
Either If I Could Fly, Happily, or Strong.
Are these singles?
None of them are.
None of them are singles. So what albums are they
Yeah,
from?
what album?
Happily and Strong are from Midnight Memories, 3rd album, and If I Could Fly is from Made in the AM, their 5th album.
That's interesting.
So stuff that they wrote or at least had influence on?
Harry wrote Happily and If I Could Fly, and Louis wrote Strong.
Hold on a second. Which one's your favorite, Harry or Louis?
Louis.
Nice. Okay. So tell us more about Louis.
He has, I think, 7 siblings. 6 of them are sisters. He's 5'7". His favorite color is red. He debuted as a solo artist. He released his debut album on January 31st this year.
Oh, yeah.
So do all of them have solo careers now? Because I remember, didn't one of them leave for a while? Am I making that up?
Zayn left on March 25th, 2015.
Wait, was it? What are these names? Like, you're saying the first name. Zayn who?
Zayn Malik.
Zayn Malik. Is he related to Rami Malek?
No, Rami Malek is Egyptian, and Zayn's father is from Pakistan.
Oh, so Rami Malek, he was that guy in the Night at the Museum,
And
right?
Queen.
Yeah, and he played Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, minor movie.
Nelson, who is Zayn married to? I know the answer.
He's not married. He's been dating Gigi Hadid, and they just had their first child together in September.
Boom!
Okay, they're not married. It's true.
Nonsense.
Yeah, but once you have a baby together, you're already... anyway, so tell me this. Why is Gigi famous? That's the part I don't get.
She's a model.
Models get famous?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, rock stars and models are, I guess in this case, pop stars and models. That's a perfect combination. That almost always works out.
Dude, I'm mostly amazed by the hockey player country singer one.
All right. So One Direction, what year did they come out? Like 2010-ish?
2010.
They became a band on July 23rd, 2010, and released their first album in November 2011.
Okay, so 10 and 11 they started. And then they broke up in 15, you said?
It's an album
And
of
in
the year.
2015, they went on hiatus.
Yeah.
So they did like album of the year for
Yep.
album of the year for
5 years. Exactly.
Year.
Solid work.
Okay.
Totally.
And then they probably toured the whole time.
Yeah, they wrote some of their albums on tours. They did not get a break. That's part of the reason they went on hiatus.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, but poor little boys.
But when they toured, tell me what the setup was on stage.
It's
So
5
none of
guys.
them played instruments on stage?
None of them played instruments. They didn't have any like dance routines. They just kind of ran around, had fun. Louis and Liam had lots of water fights. They all wiped out on stage all the time. It was kind of a mess, but it was fun.
Yeah. And so the musicians were kind of like in the background or in the shadows. You don't really see who's playing the music. There's probably a lot of samples.
Yeah.
Did they sing everything or did they lip
Yeah, no, they're great singers.
They probably
Yeah.
sang.
No, dude.
Right.
Why would like the whole premise is these 5 guys
I mean, the whole
can
point
sing.
is that
Yeah.
they can sing.
That's
Okay.
it. They
Yeah.
can't even dance. These are pretty actually lazy bands if you think about. Like, by the way, just so you know, this boy band only had the 6th best-selling amount of records ever. Isn't that crazy?
Are they like a more popular boy band than the Beatles?
They're pretty up there. They've beat more records than any other boy band. They've done a lot.
That's not what I have. That's not the data that the internet has given me. And you're right, Nelson. The Beatles should be considered a boy band, in which case they would obviously be number 1. But I think looking at these boy bands, these are bands where it's like 4 to 5 boys just singing, not doing anything else. Meaning the Beastie Boys wouldn't make a boy band.
Right. What's on your list?
What's the biggest bet? Okay, there's 5 above them. I just want a couple.
Well,
She probably
so
knows
is it the
one or two.
Beatles? Is it
No.
what is the criteria here?
Backstreet.
Is it like Boys to Men?
It's Boys to
Backstreet
Men.
Boys.
Boys to Men is number 7 behind One Direction. So One Direction is bigger than Boys to
Really?
Men.
Wow.
Yep, very good. Okay, you did well there.
ABC, Another Bad Creation.
ABC, do you mean Jackson,
Jackson
5?
5.
Number 3. You're really good. You are ridiculously good at music. I hate this.
What else is? Are they like?
You'll know 2
current,
more
or
of
are
this.
they older?
No, yeah, they're like, they've happened. Yeah, you'll know them. They're 90s is what I want to say. Not necessarily the 90s.
So like, did I say Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, it's number 1.
What's the one with Timberlake? 98 Degrees.
Very
What
good.
was he in?
I wouldn't know.
She doesn't know. This is good. I'll tell you in a second. Just think for a second.
All right, I'm done. Like I don't wanna guess anymore.
NSYNC. Okay, so let me just tell you the top boy bands. No,
Yeah, that was Timberlake's band.
you did really good. Okay, so it's Backstreet Boys, the Osmonds, which is totally weird.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I agree. Jackson 5, you got that. Here's the one that you knew but you didn't say. New Kids on the Block. And check this out. And the one before One Direction is the Bay City Rollers, which I don't get at all, and that's a future question. But then after One Direction is 6, then NSYNC, and then Boyz II Men. So that's well done.
I think I've heard of maybe 2 of the ones you said were ahead of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so Backstreet Boys.
Anyway, so these guys, they could sing. They weren't really great dancers. They had a lot of fun on stage. They toured the world.
They're
They got
really cute.
Did they get rich or
Yeah,
did
yeah.
they get screwed over?
No,
They're millionaires.
yeah, they're fine.
Right,
all
but
millionaires.
they must have. It must have been stressful being on stage all the time. Did they like cancel any concerts? Did they go to like all
They
the?
have canceled one concert ever. It was about 5 years ago, like 3 days ago. They didn't really ever give a
5 years,
reason.
like
3 days ago.
We're not. This is not live, so you have to say when it was.
I think it was October 20th, 2015.
Okay, so is it their last show or?
No, their last show was October 31st, 2015.
Okay.
So this is the end. They're
They're
done at this point, and they canceled the show.
It could have been sickness,
There's
dude.
really
you have no
no-
idea. Yeah. Why did they cancel the show?
They gave the reason that Liam was sick, then they changed the narrative to it being Niall, but they've all gone on stage really sick with like broken bones, so that's not realistic. Like, I don't actually have a good reason to give you, but something happened and I think they refused to go on stage, but I don't know why.
No, I agree because they were done. They were done and they weren't making the money. So how have their solo careers gone?
Harry is definitely very, very big
Yeah,
lately.
he's huge, man.
I know who he is.
With Watermelon Sugar.
He's the Justin
I still think
Bieber.
that's his worst song.
No, but he's also like in pop culture now. Like he's
Yeah.
made his way over. Like he could host Saturday Night Live and that kind of stuff.
He's been on it multiple times. He's hosted the Late Late Show.
His name's Harry Styles,
he's like
and he's
your
cute. It's easy. Come on.
Yeah, so he's like the new Timberlake, right? Or close to it.
The English version of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't dance. He doesn't dance, apparently. That's pretty lame. That's like Frank Sinatra didn't dance. You never see Frank Sinatra dancing. That's the difference between Elvis and Sinatra.
Like, Zayn's doing pretty good. Niall's doing pretty good.
Zayn Malik, he was the one in the Queen movie, right?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Liam and Louis definitely don't get as much attention. Liam's album, I haven't listened to it like that much. It's not really my taste, but it's still pretty good. Louis is my favorite. I love his solo music. It's so good. It deserves more appreciation.
He should do a cover of Louie Louie.
Okay. His album is called Walls. You should listen to it.
Walls.
Yeah.
Like Roger Waters' The Wall. Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Walls by Louis Tomlinson.
What's going on with Liam? Where's he at?
Liam is definitely the most active on social media. He's done...
So he's probably...
so far for
time.
us...
There's nothing going on. He's on media.
For us, he's done 2 shows so far, but by the time this airs, he'll have done 3. His Halloween one. So he's been doing lots of live shows.
Like a live stream,
streams.
or is it like a live show? With
It's like a live concert, but like over live stream.
Like a Ronzi Pazuzu.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I think I just learned that Nayla, who does the Dirty Bird show, I'm trying to piece it together. I think they actually film those shows before that show happens, which is cool as far as quality level, and but I just didn't know.
So, Sadie, I don't understand. So we talked about how I made this awesome CD for Mika. Your first song that I remember you singing was Dirty Work by Steely Dan. And now, like, your One Direction and the only other music I ever remember you listening to is the Harry Potter soundtrack.
That was a weird time.
Like, what do I listen to? And you're like, oh my god, this is the best music, right?
I'm not a fan of your music. I gotta say.
Wow, that hurts, man. Like, you don't even like Iron Maiden? You know, they're five British guys, like, just coming out of the East End of London, and they got together and they wrote their songs. They're just like One Direction.
First of all, Niall's not British. He's from Ireland. And none of them are from London.
Okay, so I guess they're not like Iron Maiden in some regard.
Plus, they have better music.
What?
Nothing.
What's your favorite Iron Maiden song?
I only know Fear of the Dark and, what's the other one that I know?
The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
How does it go?
I don't remember.
Hey, okay, check this out. Check this out.
Oh, yes, I do know that. I do, know that
she
song. But I just didn't remember it.
All right, I got a couple more questions for you. I don't have the right notes on this. That's too bad. Which one is their most heavy metal song?
I don't know.
What is their heaviest song?
Yeah, no. Which one has heavy metal influences? Name one song.
Rock Me.
Yes!
It mentions heavy metal in it.
Yes! she guessed.
They said the word heavy metal.
Well, that's fair.
Words.
But it's still 1 out of 91. That's pretty good. What card?
Well, I know other songs.
What card game did One Direction endorse?
Cards Against Humanity.
I don't know.
Uno.
Pokemon.
I did not know that.
Yeah!
You know something I don't.
Sadie, 40, Keith, 1. Okay, cool. I'll take it, man. All right.
Nice work, man.
Totally. I think
Proud of you.
I think that's all I know, actually. I know nothing more. That was fun. Thank you for telling me about One Direction. Yeah. So what album should I listen to? Like, what album?
Made in the AM is my favorite, though I kind of wish Zayn was on it, but like I understand why he left.
Their 4th album or 5th?
5th album. The one without Zayn.
It makes sense their last album might be
I was hoping you'd say it was their 4th album because it's Keith's favorite word.
The 4th album is called 4.
Yep.
Right, but it's the album before the last.
The penultimate.
Wow.
Did you know that penultimate meant
weird.
that?
Yes, I did.
I did not.
I read the series of unfortunate events.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I did not know, and he's been holding it over me since.
Sadie might have a better vocabulary than you.
Wait, hold on. I got one more question. One more question, please. What do you know what do you think dad rock is?
music that old people like you and my dad listen to.
Okay. Well, first off, I don't think you should be going around calling people you don't know that well old. Well, I'm just kidding.
Middle-aged.
Yeah, middle-aged. That's even worse. You're right. I remember knights and castles from the Middle Ages.
I'd rather be called old, man.
Oh my God. Okay.
Keith's like 6 months younger than me.
Yeah, but a whole generation different, right? It's weird. Like, I listen to Juice WRLD. I went to a Juice WRLD concert.
You've mentioned that before.
Do you like Juice WRLD?
I've never been to a concert.
What do you think of Juice WRLD, Sadie?
I only know like one of his songs. I know he died last year. That's sad. He was young.
Yeah, that was more than your dad.
I don't know much about him.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You're 14. Let's see. This has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I learned so much about One Direction. I'm going to listen to their last album, the 5th album, and then probably never again after this. Oh, wait, one last thing. I listened to the Remixes album. I thought the Remixes album was pretty good.
The remix album? I don't know. I've just listened to the normal album.
Okay, no, so just so you know, you can cut this later, but basically on Tidal, there was like one other album in the list, and it was called the Remixes. So I assume it's all their singles, plus like, maybe dancier. Mm-hmm. That's all I get out of remixes, dancier singles. All right.
Yeah. So what about their singles? Like, were they representative of their songs?
They did have some good singles. I did like Drag Me Down and like Midnight Memories. That's one of their lesser known singles. But like, What Makes You Beautiful and like Best Song Ever, Steal My Girl, Kiss You. That's not an accurate representation of all their music.
Yeah, because Best Song Ever is not the best song ever.
It's not. It is the best music video, though.
Okay, I'm gonna totally. I've like listened to it a couple times on YouTube, so I show the video. I'm actually gonna watch the video this time. Before, I was just so offended by the title of the song.
Is there any music that I listen to that you're like, oh, that's not so bad, but you would never tell me because obviously you haven't told me up to age 14. But is there anything that you're like, oh, that's not so bad?
I do not like your taste in music. Though Mom does have good taste in One Direction songs.
Wow. And I agree
with you, Does Mom Sadie. Have any good taste in music? Do you like any of her songs?
Hers might be worse than yours.
Whoa. Well, actually, this all makes sense. Do you listen to any country music?
I hate country music.
Okay. Do you listen to any rap or hip-hop or R&B?
I don't like rap.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Electronic music. Do you like dance music or electronic music or EDM? What do you call it?
I don't know what I'd call it, but not really. I don't know.
That's fair? No, that's a fine answer. Okay. Sadie, do you play any music? Do you play an instrument? Do you have to sing in chorus or something?
No.
Sadie played
I'm not very musically inclined.
All right, Sadie. Well, thank you for enlightening us about One Direction. I really had no idea, and I didn't even understand that you were so obsessed with them.
You're welcome.
It was super fun. Thank you.
All right, and if you find a new band to like, maybe one that's a little bit cooler, we'll have you back.
Doesn't even have to be cooler. It just has to be different.
Nobody's cooler than One Direction, so like, get with it.
Oh my God. Have you listened to Depeche Mode ever? Do you know who Depeche Mode is?
I've never heard of that.
Oh my God. Dude, put her on to Enjoy the Silence or something. All right. Good night.
All right, Sadie. Thanks again for joining us on the New Dad Rock. We are your New Dad Rock, and we will rock new.
Perfect.